Are you two texting each other?
Alright, so I have been binging shows nonstop for my entire life, but a lot recently. And so I thought maybe we could just talk about what we've all been watching lately. So what have you guys been watching?
Yeah, you mean not the Game of Thrones series finale? Beyond that,
We can
right?
pretend like that didn't happen. I know we were all watching it,
Yeah.
Wait, wasn't that perfect?
Yeah, there we go. No, that's a good idea because there's been a lot of amazing stuff that's come out in 2019. One of the first things I can think of that I just finished, it was a mini-series on HBO called Chernobyl. And funny thing is, the guy who directed this phenomenal miniseries is also the same person who produced and directed The Hangover Part 2 and 3. Not
And
even the
Rocket
good
Man.
one. And
Rocket Man's a good
not
movie.
even the good one. The two subpar sequels. But it's a really fascinating look. I think you've seen it too, right, Omar?
Mm-hmm. Six episodes?
6 episodes, yeah.
It's solid. Yeah, there is if you're an animal lover, there's a rough episode.
There's a really rough episode
to watch, and it was one that I was like, oh man.
Now, is that series in the Ken Burns cinematic universe?
Oh, I don't think so. No.
No.
And this is very much dramatic.
This is on HBO.
HBO. Okay. Yes.
It's a solid series. It's like historically accurate
for the most,
except like they compiled a few characters
to
together
make that one character.
Make one character.
That's okay. Mm-hmm.
But a lot of the things that happen, it's creepy, it's eerie, it's got ominous like this ominous sound throughout the whole thing after the reactor blows. It's a good show.
I've been wanting to watch it. Is it political?
It is.
The last episode, I would say.
The last episode, very much so.
How could it not be?
It has to be because you see how Russia or Soviet Union, I'm sorry, kind of covered things up. Yeah. And the way there's always someone, I like the whole idea of there's always someone watching someone else. Are you watching her? Because we're watching you, but you're watching her to make sure, comrade, that you're all playing ball the way it's supposed to be.
I highly recommend it. It's one of those that like it came out kind of quiet. I didn't even know it was out. Like right after Game of Thrones ended, it just kind of snuck in there, and I watched episode 1 and 2 back to back, and I'm like, oh, I'm hooked.
And I think HBO's got a couple shows like that too, because I've also been watching Gentleman Jack, which was a nice thing for me to fall back on.
So what's the premise of that?
So Gentleman Jack is a true story. Mm-hmm. It's a dramatization, of course, about this woman that lived in 1800s England.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Like
Anne Lister. So she's a real person. It's based off her diaries. Mm-hmm. And they were able to like translate, or not translate, but there's like a cipher. Like decode her diaries and learn that she's this woman who dressed up in more masculine clothes and seduced women all around. That's awesome. So they refer to her as Gentleman Jack. No one that I can place in anything else.
Thanks, Dan.
And it's a slow moving story.
You're
I don't think
it's IMDb.
That's right.
I don't think it's the kind of show for everyone because I've recommended it, but I have different reasons for recommending it for me. I'm in love with Anne Lister.
People be like, Tina, you gotta watch this.
I was like, I've said it to everyone, like, it's pretty gay. It's pretty gay. I want Anne Lister to come sweep me away in her cool top hat and skirt.
We can arrange that, man.
I love her.
So shout out to the actress who plays Anne Lister.
I've been watching a lot of it, but there's not a lot of LGBT. There's more LGBT shows than there used to be, but there's not an overabundance and nothing on. I haven't seen anything like this, ever.
No.
Maybe in movies. So I've been watching that too, but I've been kind of getting ready to jump into Chernobyl.
What about you, Tina? What have you watched?
Unlike you guys, who apparently adult, I just watch anime and cartoons. So I've been watching.
Did you watch She-Ra season 2?
I haven't yet.
No, we failed.
No, I failed on that one. I need
you all had a damn panel about
this. Have a panel about it.
Tina and I've been busy. Tina and I've been busy watching a lot of anime.
Right, like a whole bunch of spring 2019 anime. All of the anime.
I believe it. Tina's queue is freaking phenomenal.
Well, I mean, okay. Fruits Basket. Did you ever watch Fruits Basket?
I did.
It's
I read it.
Spring 2019, and they're actually following, because the manga is completely out now, they're going through and doing
I heard it's like Hellsing Ultimate. Like
It's
where
really
they're going
good.
back and doing the episodes over.
Right.
Or Full Metal
Like
Alchemist Brotherhood.
Brotherhood, yeah.
Or Game of Thrones Brotherhood.
And it's
whenever
good.
that comes
It
out.
holds up. Like, I was sitting there, like, crying because my wife's like, I hate Fruits Basket, don't watch this and stuff. And I'm sitting there watching it, like, crying.
Aw.
Because it brings back all the feels and it's something. But Rising of the Shield Hero, that is an isekai that you really have to...
It's a what?
Isekai, which means it's a new genre name after so many of this anime came out, where
So
someone
it's
from
not
our
shonen or shoujo.
where someone from our world
Oh.
ends up in a video game or fantasy-esque world.
Online world.
Dot
Like an
hack.
RPG.
Labyrinth.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Sure.
I went with Labyrinth.
So, yeah,
kept it in. Nice.
Dot Hack.
Yeah.
You watch Dot Hack.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's amazing.
So good.
It's so good.
Well,
you really would enjoy it. And I think you probably might. Dan, you would enjoy it.
I was hoping she'd look at me. Not you piece of shit.
Well, I don't watch a lot of anime, so I would have
If
to.
you don't watch a lot of anime,
Yeah.
then you might not get into it. But the storyline's actually surprisingly deep for what it is. Because the party, you know, how you start out in an RPG kind of gathering your party, or
Oh,
you
yeah.
have your party together and you form bonds.
Yeah.
This one takes a party that's appeared in this world, and immediately the bonds are just like severed, and they're all against this one guy. And the story is about this one guy who the world is turned against, and he's basically, well, I can't trust anyone because everyone's against me.
It's great. Imagine if you finally get the chance to wake up in a fantasy world, you're the hero.
I do it
But then
every day.
immediately everyone's like everything turns against you. Everyone hates you. No one wants to party with you.
This happens in my fantasy
You've got
a
to
lot.
train by yourself
Yes.
in the field,
Like, I
but you
just
only have a shield. You have no
binged it.
weapons.
You have no weapons. You have to.
You're like the guy in
recruit party
Dungeons and
members.
Dragons with the shield,
Yes.
Yeah.
who I always made fun of when I
Well,
was a
they
kid.
were like, you're lame. No one chooses the shield because it's lame. That's basically what the
He's
character
like,
said.
I have no choice.
He's like, I have no choice. He can't even like throw it away from his body. It comes
It's
back to him.
that's
really
awesome.
good.
He can't equip
Nice.
weapons or anything.
What about you?
Well, so I've got two shows that I've been watching, both stemming from Neil Gaiman properties,
No, nice.
and
Oh.
both of which are like in weird ways mirror images of the other. So the first is Lucifer,
Yeah.
which has been on for a while, but
Yeah,
just
got
came out on
canceled
Netflix.
But season
Got
4 just
canceled
came
on
out,
Fox.
right?
Season
On
4 just came
Netflix?
out on Netflix.
Netflix, yeah.
And you know
We
that's
like that guy's book.
that is based in the Lucifer character from
Yeah, Sandman.
Sandman,
Yes.
and
Good-looking Lucifer.
and
Yes.
you know Mike Carey's run on Lucifer. But if
Yeah.
you're gonna watch Lucifer thinking that's the character you're gonna get, you're completely wrong.
Oh, God.
So it's like it comes from that kind of same like character treatment of Lucifer, but this is Lucifer if Lucifer was in a cop procedural show, and it's one of those things. It shouldn't work. It should be awful. It should be stupid
But
and
it
dumb.
does.
But
See
it
this new
works. It
episode.
works
It's
so
wonderful.
well.
Yeah.
It's so
Really?
much fun, and it's mainly because Tom Ellis is so great in the role, and there's so much like just inherent joy in the character, and in being this kind of petulant, but at the same time like very wise against, you know, when he lets himself be, and it's just it's really fun. It's a lot of fun to watch, and it's a really well done show.
Okay.
The other show
I know what you're gonna say.
This is nice.
is
American Gods.
Yeah.
no, I haven't watched American Gods season 2.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Yeah.
But no, the other show is Good Omens, which just came out not too long ago on Amazon Prime.
I have to watch it.
So
wonderful.
Like right before it came out, I reread the book, and I'm sitting there reading it, and I'm like, oh shit, I can hear David Tennant
Yes.
and Michael Sheen. Michael
Sheen.
not
You're right.
Martin Sheen.
Yep. Michael Sheen.
As
Played the
and like
Prime
I mean, it's just it's perfect, and like the first couple episodes, especially the scenes they're in,
Oh,
it's
dynamite.
perfect.
Okay.
However, we all remember a certain movie about a hitchhiker's guide
Yes.
to a
Yes,
galaxy,
we all remember that.
and how
It didn't really.
it just doesn't.
So
didn't
Deschanel
work.
ruined it.
And no, and I think the problem is that both Douglas Adams and I don't know, I haven't
Terry
read a huge
Pratchett?
amount of Terry Pratchett's other work, but Good Omens also relies very heavily on a
Someone
narrator.
that wrote this.
Yes,
for a
Francis
while.
McDormand's the narrator for this.
for like a lot of the jokes, and like that just doesn't translate well to TV.
It doesn't.
It's and it's awkward.
Did you
in
like the book?
series. I love the book, and I liked the series. I enjoyed watching it, but like the whole time, it's like there's a better way to do do this. I don't know how, but there's a better way to do this.
To get the satire across, I agree.
Yeah. So that, whereas Lucifer should be awful,
and it's
but I love
really
it.
enjoyable.
Good Omens should be perfect, and it's
Not quite.
like all the performances are great.
Oh yeah.
Everything, most everything. David Tennant's really good. But,
When is he not?
The man coming
I mean,
into the
but
look.
it just didn't work for me, and it makes me so sad.
I'm so sorry, Dan.
So, speaking of good comic shows, well, I mean, I know that these are good as well, but I just want to let everyone know Flash and Supergirl are still killing it. I haven't caught up with Legends.
Wait. You said still.
Still.
Really?
Yes.
It's not Arrow. Really wants to.
It's not Arrow.
I gave up on Flash
So-
many years ago.
I gave up on Flash this year.
Really?
I just couldn't do it anymore.
I did.
like it.
I have to catch up on it, but
I've really enjoyed it. There's been a lot of, and I'm not going to spoil anything, but there's been a lot of really fun twists and turns for me.
Okay.
Like, a lot of cool things are going on. I'm a little worried where I am currently in the season, where that's going to go. Same with Supergirl, but the journey thus far has been very, very fun.
I have a question.
I've given up on Arrow, though.
Is Supergirl part of the CW now? Or is she still part of the...
Yeah, she's
always
CW.
been.
She's
She's just
always.
different.
Well, season 1
No,
was...
She's a different Earth.
They're on
That's
different
what it was.
Earths.
They were a different
But
Earth, so they have the crossovers
there is a
and
crisis.
sis coming up.
They did that already, right?
No, they did Elseworlds.
No, the Elseworlds, which it leads up to next year we have Crisis on Infinite Earths.
And I think that's when Arrow officially ends.
But it had the best little scene in this in Elseworlds where they go to Smallville, and as they go in, they play "Somebody Save Me"
Oh, there was
from the Smallville theme, and I lost my mind. I'm seeing with Elliot;
Tom
he's
Welling
never
in it?
seen it. No,
So Tom Welling is in Lucifer, and they make a
That's
bunch
right.
of kryptonite jokes.
He is. He plays a bad guy, doesn't he?
I mean,
I don't know.
spoilers.
Oh no.
We decided
he
to
plays a guy.
to be spoiler-free, right?
Great guy. Sorry.
So, you're a big
I'm
fan
still
of Flash?
liking it.
Okay,
I still like it.
Have you seen Doom Patrol?
No,
I'm only 2 episodes in because the
How'd
DC
you-
app
how'd
is
you
not
stop
convenient
watching?
for me to use.
Oh, yeah.
It
I
isn't very
have to-
convenient.
I use it on
but it'll
Stern
probably go
TV.
away, so it's fine.
It was
Yeah.
it was a big downfall, and like it had a lot of problems. The DC app, so
Yeah.
But I hate
still
for the
like
DC app to go away because I'm not kidding when I say this. Doom Patrol is the best DC adaptation of any comic book
Oh,
I've
well,
ever
that's a
seen.
low bar.
She just went on about
Flash and Supergirl.
I
And I
mean,
think we both
you haven't
said-
seen Black
Oh.
Lightning.
Yeah, Black Lightning.
You haven't seen Doom Patrol.
No,
Yeah,
Doom
but I've
Patrol
been pushing
is-
Black Lightning
Doom
forever.
Patrol's phenomenal. Just all the characters and all the actors, they work perfectly.
We three reviewed Umbrella Academy.
Yes,
and I
we
always
did.
said this, Umbrella Academy was like a poor man's Doom Patrol.
Jarway Lewis,
And-
Grant Morrison.
It is. Like the music in it was phenomenal. The acting, the performance, man, it was just
The
it's
Danny
perfect.
Street
like
episode
every
is
character
phenomenal.
is broken in every type of way, and you kind of feel bad for them. And in every episode you're showing, and then you have James Bond. He's Niles.
And interesting,
Yeah.
there is a show where there's narration because Mr. Nobody is the narrator, and it works.
And Mr.
very
Nobody's
well.
played by Walsh.
Walsh.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Alan Tudyk, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm
And
really
it works
dying
very
to
well.
catch up because I really liked what I saw.
Oh,
so I think
when you get to the
Brendan
Danny Street
Fraser's back.
episode,
But is-
you're gonna cry.
well,
Or
of
Crazy
course.
Jane episode. I don't know. Either way.
Is the narrator in that series trying to tell like wry humor jokes?
He tells jokes.
Yeah,
yes,
he does. Because
uh-huh.
it's Alan Tudyk.
So he's everywhere. Yeah, so he's over. He can see. Yeah.
It's a
but
wonderful
it's his
show.
character.
I really
think
liked
it
it.
works.
And
yeah.
I would hate for it to pay
Go away,
because
yeah.
of the DC app. Unless, WB
Yeah.
pulls
They
it
could
or
just pull it
AT&T
in.
or whatever the hell
I mean, they're
is
not
going
going to do
on.
Swamp Thing, but they may do Doom Patrol.
But
And
it's a wonderful
Titans
show. If you haven't
season
seen it, find ways to watch it.
Yes.
Tina, was there
Any-
anime?
Anime?
Yeah.
Well, we
Any
can,
anime?
you can talk about our other
Oh yeah.
pick, our other top pick.
Sarazanmai? Is
Yeah,
it
Sarazanmai. It's made so
Yeah, I was like, you're
okay.
Yep, go ahead.
over here and I'm like,
Sarazanmai is directed by the same guy who directed Utena
that's
and
Madhouse, isn't it? I keep saying
you
that.
keep saying that. I do not know.
You say a
We
lot of things
can't-
wrong, though.
I know the director. I don't know that's Madhouse. You can't keep
because I
doing this to
vaguely
me.
remember, and then I don't ever look it up again.
But you may be right. It
So
could have been
it's
Madhouse.
directed by the guy who directed Utena and Sailor Moon,
Cobra?
and the Yuri Bears.
It's
you're
so
you're just
clean.
Gummy
saying.
bears.
No, Cobra. He did Cobra.
Oh, okay.
It's
and
clean. It's really
It's beautiful.
I'm
the
just saying,
animation is clean. The style.
Okay, the
Clean.
show is about 3 boys
I'm
that
hooked.
turn into
I'm in.
kappas, which is a Japanese
You had
demon.
me at Kappas.
Now, they have to retrieve things from
Shirikodama.
an organ in the body it's a spiritual organ in your butt. And they have to retrieve your deepest, darkest secret from that organ.
I like the motions you're doing.
And they're singing and dancing.
This is
You have to really watch this.
Really
like,
enjoy this.
You really just need to get together.
Watch 3 young boys
you need a
retrieve
spirit guide.
spirits from somebody's asshole.
Listen,
Well, and they have to eat it too.
It's so good. And
I really feel like I need people to sit down and show me how anime is really good. Because as someone who doesn't watch a lot, I just
We need to play a game with Dan and Amanda. Anime or bullshit.
Yes,
You give them a made up plot, and they have to that can't be real. That can't be real.
I feel like I could win and lose at that game at the same time.
Yes.
see, I think this would be a good Patreon video because this show is you think it's just goofs. It's like an Adult Swim show, but you're wrong.
It gets fucking serious.
There is some serious character development. These kids go through some shit.
There's some love
Literally.
triangle and some murder.
One kid
death.
is just dealing pot in his house. I didn't expect that coming.
Okay.
It's crazy. It's honestly, it's really good.
Yeah,
like a
it's
10 out of
awesome.
10 for me for that
Like,
show.
and the whole show is based around their secrets, their deepest, darkest secrets. And when they get the, butt gym and eat it, their secrets leak out to their friends. And so their deepest, darkest secrets.
Well, speaking of buttholes, I'm gonna bring up Black Summer.
Oh, Black Summer's amazing.
Black Summer, really quick, is just a miniseries on Netflix. It's about the zombie apocalypse, but I think it's a fun way to do it. It reminded me of the first time I saw 28 Days Later, where I saw it was a different take on the zombie story, and I like the way that it's cut and the way that it's edited, like the way the characters come together. If you haven't seen it, check out episode 1, and if you're not hooked, the rest of the series is like episode 1, so if you don't like it...
And it's very unpredictable, too. And the way I like it, the way it's cut together is because it's all about, it's really only takes place over several hours, but each episode is a different viewpoint of how everyone gets to where they get to, and there's a really strange episode that's kind of disturbing with some children in a school that is, oh my goodness, this is not what Walking Dead does.
Have y'all seen the Twilight Zone episodes yet?
No, just the one with...
They're out for streaming, but the problem with Twilight Zone, as much as I want to like them, because I've only seen 3 so far, is that we have Black Science now. Oh. And I feel like because we have things like Black Science, they just don't hold up to what expectations should be. Not that they're bad, but maybe I was expecting a throwback to the original Twilight Zone with a story like
See, I don't know what Black Science is.
Neither do I.
Do you mean Black Mirror?
Black Mirror.
Black Mirror.
Black Science was the anime.
I was getting very excited.
Me too. I was like, what's Black Science?
It's a comic. It's a comic book.
Black Hammer or Black Science? Like, it's a comic book, right?
I was just like, okay, yeah.
No, we've watched Black Mirror.
Yes,
I'm just glad nobody was like, oh yeah, I saw Black Science. It was awesome. See, there's no bullshit on this show.
But speaking of Black Mirror, we did watch the recent 3 episodes, which have a lot more famous people in them, obviously, this time around. Anthony Mackie, yes.
Yeah, and part of me worries that they focus more on getting famous people than they did on
the stories.
Lady Gaga and stuff.
But 2 out of 3 were good. I can't say they hit me as much as previous seasons.
Yeah, there are some in the previous season that really killed me.
But they were neat.
Seasons 1 and 2 were amazing.
They were neat. I mean, we were
it.
talking about the Miley Cyrus one, which is pretty much a dark Disney Channel movie.
100%.
Literally, it's like turn a Disney Channel movie about a couple of girls meeting their pop star idol on its head. About technology.
If you took out the F-bombs, it would be on Disney Channel.
And maybe some of the acts of violence towards Miley Cyrus's character with her doctor, maybe.
That's true.
It could be.
I've only seen the first episode, so.
Very Disney.
Yeah.
Very Disney.
Episode 2 was really neat. I thought it didn't give you that creepy vibe like Black
Anthony
Mirror
Mackie
does.
one?
Yeah, with Anthony Mackie, but I thought the story was really
Striking
interesting.
Viper, yes.
It was a very interesting way to explore human sexuality
and relationships.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil anything, but
virtual reality,
it was not what I was expecting.
One more, man.
It was not what I was expecting either. The first time it happened, I thought it was going to be something completely different, and it shocked me.
And then episode 3, I did not like.
Yeah.
So is that it, or is there anything else you all wanted to talk about?
No, I mean, what I think is really interesting, though, is a lot of the shows we mentioned are mostly streaming shows. I'm not sure with the anime.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It's all streaming. I don't see a lot of people...
Everything's streaming.
Yeah, I don't see anyone talk about anything on, basic cable. Now it's like ABC, NBC.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Well, yeah, we can't forget about that. But we all, it's a wonderful show right now.
We missed all of our funny shows. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Superstore.
Good Place.
One Day at a Time.
One Day at a Time.
They're there.
This Is Us.
This Is Us is
I just wanted to throw that in there.
That was last year.
Fuck This Is Us. Best line in Doom Patrol. All right.
But yeah, I think, hopefully I would love to do this more often, this show, because we accumulate all these shows and then we don't have a space to talk about them.
That's right.
So,
That's awesome. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Maddie.
Good 2019.
Yeah.
So what are you watching now? Let us know in the comments below because I need another show to watch. And if you could, please like this video, subscribe, and if you're interested in supporting us, we also have a Patreon now. You can check out that information in the description. And I gotta go because I have another season to watch. Peace. If you're interested in supporting us, check out our Patreon description. Fuck. Next. Don't do it again. All right, I got this.
Anything else, Maddie, before we wrap up?
No, I think I'm good.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, shit, I should have cut that differently. Look, make it natural. Make it natural. Wow, that was a lot of fun, Dan.